Hello friends, we are going to look into what is Jupyter Notebook today. Now Jupyter Notebook and IPython Notebook are same. It used to be IPython Notebook, but later on it evolved to become Jupyter Notebook. Now in order to explain Jupyter Notebook, I have a sample notebook open here. Now this looks like a website, a web page. You can clearly see that this is running inside a browser, and I have some rich text, a video, and some visualizations here. But this is not really a website. This notebook has three essential components. Number one is live code. So you can see that here I have a Python code which is trying to use pandas module to retrieve Microsoft's stock price in a table format and also in a chart format. Okay, now I can change from Microsoft to Apple. Let's say I want to retrieve the price of an apple. Okay, now when I will run this code, you will see that these prices will change when I click on this button. So you can see these prices got changed. Again, when I run this particular line, it will change the chart also. You can see that now it is showing Apple's chart. You can also change a color from red to green. So you can see that this is not just a static page, it is pretty much live. You can make changes in your code and it will print the output accordingly. The second important component of this Jupyter Notebook is visualization. So when you're running, let's say, your code inside, let's say, PyCharm or some other code editor, you can't have this kind of fancy visualization. So here I can have, you can see I have this table printed for the data frame. Then I can also have this matplot chart printed. I have two charts here. Not only that, I can embed a YouTube video link here. So in terms of visualization, Jupyter Notebook is awesome. Third important component is the rich text. So here I have some explanatory text, but you can see that I can color it. I can embed this logo. So this logo is Panda's logo, which I got from Panda's website, and here you can see this is an HTML tag. Okay, so this is pretty powerful because now you have your explanatory text, your visualization, and code all in one place. So just to formally define Jupyter Notebook, it is a web application that allows you to run live code, embed visualization, and explanatory text all in one place. Now let's say if Jupyter Notebook didn't exist and if I wanted to give this tutorial to a friend of mine. Basically this is a tutorial, Pandas tutorial on stock price analysis, right? So if I want to give this tutorial to my friend, then I would have typed in a code in PyCharm or some editor, and I would have sent this Python file to him. But you can see that in order to write comments, I have to use the Python comments, and you don't get very nice visualization. You can see, you can notice the difference between these two. So let me open this side by side, and you will notice how dull the explanation would be if I had to use Python comments. So okay, I have these two things side by side open, and you can see that if I had to give a tutorial, I would write this thing like using Python comment. You can see, and I have same thing here, but it looks much more visually appealing, right? So I have this chart types, I have Pandas logos here, I have different color, and not only that, this YouTube video link I have right in the notebook. So whoever is looking at the tutorial can just play it here and see it. Okay, another thing is if you want to look at intermediate state of data, for example df.head, here when I say df.head, it will immediately show the intermediate state of data, so that when you go on to your next line, you kind of know where you are. Versus here you have to write all the code and then execute it, and you will see the output in the very end. Versus here, you are kind of intermediately seeing the output, and it kind of helps you with your programming. Okay, so that was a comparison of Jupyter Notebook and versus writing the code in your plain IDE. Now here is the Jupyter website, jupyter.org. So if you can go here, it has an information on Jupyter Notebook, etc. If you check some of the facts about Jupyter Notebook, then you will notice that the first one is it supports 40 programming languages. So it is not just about Python. It has so many other languages supported. All right. Second advantage is you can share your notebook. So you can email, you can use Dropbox or GitHub to share your notebooks. And then it has support of interactive widgets and big data integration. So it is very powerful. It is highly used in data science community. A lot of researchers and data scientists use these notebooks to share their research. If you Google Jupyter Notebook Gallery, then you will find many examples of these notebooks. So the one I like here is basically present on GitHub, and here you will see a gallery of a lot of interesting notebooks, all related to statistics, machine learning, earth science, signal processing, and so on. And I have two sample notebooks open here. So you can see that this one is on logistic models of whale switching in Bangladesh. And basically whoever is doing this analysis, he will type in some explanatory text. He will have some code running to kind of convey his point. You will have some charts plotted here. You can see there are some fancy charts plotted here. Matplotlib has support for many rich charts, and you will see them being used on this notebook here. All right, the other one I have is the analysis on gun violence using Wikipedia data. So here, this is the homicides and gun homicides per country wise, and some interesting charts to kind of show the statistics on this topic. Okay, so these were some couple of interesting Jupyter notebooks that you can find online. All right, that was all about what is Jupyter Notebook. In the next tutorial, we are going to go into details, and we'll have in-depth tutorial on how you can create your own notebook, how you can create different visualization, and basically I will give you details on various features on Jupyter Notebook. So don't forget to watch that. Also, if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next tutorial.